Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out on another walk. This time I'm in Surrey. I'm on a golf course. What the hell am I doing on a golf course, you might ask? I'm not here to play golf, I know that. Matthew Holdsworth, hello.
Hi Richard.
You know why I'm here.
I do indeed, yes. There's a windmill to see.
A windmill?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Well, yeah. I like windmills. That's
good.
I've seen many windmills. They're pretty interesting.
Yeah, this one's got a bit different though, a bit unique.
Really?
It's also a church.
I'm sorry?
It's a church, yes. The only one in the world.
So wait a minute, it's either a windmill or a church. It can't be both.
It is both. It's a windmill and a church.
Wow. I expect we'd like to see that, wouldn't we? Before we see that though, there's something about the scenery behind you that's reminiscent.
Yes.
I've kind of recognised bits of this.
You should recognise some of it.
Why is that?
Oh, because it's the quarry that you went to with Mark English a few weeks ago.
At Brockhurst and...
Brockham and Betchworth.
Brockham and Betchworth, there we go. Yes. Oh, it's an amazing view, and right in the background you can see the chalk of the quarries of the Surrey Hills.
Yes.
But we're not here to look at that.
Not today.
We're here to look at a windmill and a church combined.
Yes, indeed.
I'm fascinated.
Yep.
Lead on, Matthew.
Let's go. We're up here on Reigate Heath. This has been a golf course here on this site for quite a long time now, over 100 years, I think.
It's a funny place to have a windmill and a golf course and a church all in one, really.
Yes, it's all sort of combined. I think both the church is looked after by St Mary's in Reigate. Oh, might have done a video there, I think.
Ah, yes.
And also by the golf club as well.
So here it is, look at that, the beautiful windmill with the big sweeps there. It's a post mill, I can see. It looks like it's a sort of an 18th century post mill on a very large roundhouse.
Yes, that's right. I think it was built in the 1750s, something like that.
Oh, right.
Grade 2 star listed.
Fantastic, what an amazing building. So I'm guessing that the church must be inside the roundhouse.
Yeah, just through this door.
Through this door?
Yeah, and I have the key.
Oh, well done. I'll let you fiddle and open that. Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to come back here and get a big view of the church, the windmill part from behind. There we go. Look at that. You can see the ladder at the back, which the miller would have climbed up. And then whatever you call that tail piece, which would have turned the mill into the wind as and when you needed it.
Yes. It's facing southwest at the moment, which is the prevailing wind direction here, of course.
Ah, right. No, what an amazing thing. Right, I'm so itching to see inside, Matthew.
Right, yes, let's go in.
There's a sign that says wipe your feet, so we'll make sure we do. And this is, anybody can come along and have a look at this, can't they?
Yes, they can just get the key from the golf club.
That's amazing, isn't it? How wonderful is that? And here we are, coming in, and you can see immediately behind me, if I just raise the camera up, that's the trestle with the post that the mill balances precariously on. Not really so precarious, but the trestle there. And then down below, this is the church.
This is a church, yes, fully consecrated space. They do still have services in here.
Do they?
Once a month on a Sunday evening in the summer.
Wow.
And I know that they also have a carol service, a winter candlelit one, which you can imagine in here would be pretty special.
Yes.
And I think you can still get married in here as well.
Gosh.
As long as you're fairly small when you're processing in.
I'm recently divorced. I could get married.
Well, you could do,
again,
yes, yeah.
If they'll have me. Let's have a little look round then at this incredibly small space. Did you say 90 people can get in here?
90 people can fit in here. I'm not quite sure how or where.
That is amazing. Let's have a look back this way.
Have a look. You'll see quite how small it is really for a church or a chapel.
Yeah, sweep the camera around. And
it was known as the Chapel of St Cross, which I suppose makes sense for a windmill. But now I think it's just that it's the Reigate Heath Chapel, or the Windmill Church.
Let's have a look upwards. You can see the post there rising above us up to the floor of the mill, where, do you know if any of the mechanics are still there?
Apparently quite a lot of machinery and mechanics are still up there.
Good gosh.
Which I think is amazing.
I'm guessing that people can go in if they have special permission with the owners of the mill to have a look.
I think so, yes. Yeah, the mill is now owned by the Borough Council.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, that would be an interesting thing. But how amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. There's some interesting old artifacts on the wall here as well.
Yes.
Little bits about...
trying to explain the Trinity, I think.
Yeah, which of course is very reminiscent of what they used to do back in the medieval days when people couldn't read.
Yes.
Is all with diagrams and pictures. And here's some pictures of the church with a bit of extra information.
Yes. There's also just round here is a little picture which shows the windmill when it was a windmill and before the golf club's clubhouse was built in front of it, and also shows an old windmill that's long disappeared on the hill behind, the Trumpets Hill one.
The view that we had at the beginning was staggering.
It's sensational.
And you can see why they would have put a windmill here, because if you wanted wind, you've got to be up on a hill really, and you know, the space, the view, the expanse beyond is wild. You can imagine that the miller was almost never stopping milling.
I wouldn't have thought so. There's a decent breeze out there today, even today.
Gosh. Well, this is incredible. I'm going to just sit down on one of the, not pews as such, but wooden chairs here, and just sort of imagine for a moment the priest doing his work, sitting here, and then above, you know, the miller walking about. Obviously, the church was after the mill stopped being in use.
I think it was. I think this was converted at the turn of the 20th century, 19th, 20th century. So it's been a church for quite some time now. At least 100 years.
Yes. Oh, right, 100 years. What a great idea, because the fact that there is a church, it means that the mill is obviously being looked after as well.
Yes, I think it's been maintained quite well.
Yeah. So many mills have disappeared or fallen into disrepair, and it's very hard to get their grants for them or money for them. But if you've got that other use, like a church.
Yes, and someone's coming in here and putting fresh flowers into the vases.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Let's go outside and see one more view of the mill, and then that will be that. There is a little donations box here, which of course is a good thing. Keep the church running. Step back out into the glorious sunshine. Yeah. I don't know what this little gadget is.
No, that's obviously some part of the original machinery, I'd have thought.
Well, that's a first for the Bald Explorer, Matthew.
Yes.
A mill and a church combined, and you reckon unique?
I think unique. I don't think you'll find another one, as far as I'm aware.
But if anyone else has a church combined with some other strange piece of history, heritage, I should say, then do let me know. I'd be fascinated.
Yes.
Great to go and visit something like that.
I certainly would.
And if you're ever up this way, as Matthew said, you can ask for the key.
Just ask for the key at the golf club behind us. Yep.
So there we are. If you're out walking and you need a moment's rest and you want to be with your maker, that's the thing to do. Matthew, thank you so much.
No problem at all.
I'm absolutely impressed.
That's lovely.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Right, well, I'm going to put my dusty shoes on and go and start grinding the corn.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks,
we need
Matthew.
lunch.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.